Trying to get it low now for YouTube. There she goes. Sometimes it's like a click, boom, it's on. Other times it's 15 minutes, it seems like. We actually had one a few months ago that would never load. It just wouldn't come up. Seen that before. So we had to go to Facebook Live.
All right, we'll go ahead and call the February Planning and Zoning meeting to order. First item will be the approve the December minutes. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, they pass.
All right, next item is a staff report. What do you got, Jack?
We're surprisingly making a lot of progress in construction throughout the city, even though the weather is the way it's been. From a commercial standpoint, the daycare expansion at Major Mall is underway. You can't see it from the road, obviously, because it's on the lower floor in the back. The strip center by the by the post office is underway. It looks like Nottaway Valley Bank is getting closer to being actually going into the ground soon. I see that they've broken ground. We're at close to 70 permits paid for so far in residential. So we're making progress there. And I anticipate we will have a few more commercial new construction site plan reviews coming over the next couple of months based on some meetings I've been having. It sounds like folks may be starting a few more businesses here in town. That's all I have.
Does anyone have a question for Jack? All right, move on to the next item, which is a public hearing. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the public hearing for the proposed rezoning of Second Creek Bridge Road and Loman Road from R1B to AR. Jack, do you want to go ahead and kick this off?
Yes, yes, sir. In your packet, you were provided a staff report on the rezoning. I'd like to offer that as the staff's evidence in the public hearing related to the items. There are numerous items that you have to vote on related to the findings of fact. And staff's made a draft recommendation that will come up later. But if you have any questions, I can answer them either now or during your actual discussion point after the public hearing.
I do have a couple of cards for this one, so we'll start with James Brown.
Mr. Brown, could you please state your name and address for the record?
James Brown, and I reside at 14510 Wise Road.
And what, about 3 minutes, just to let you know. Thank you.
Okay, I don't know, this is the first time, I was wanting to start sitting in on all these and everything, and this is really not a topic that I was thinking about looking at when I came here, because I didn't really know. And but I did come across a question on what you're on tonight. It looks like it might be pertinent. I've read a bunch of different things about legal costs that it costs you because my question was, is this applicant the owner, or are they speaking in behalf of the owner? Because I think we got into some legal problems last time where the applicant wasn't the owner and that caused problems, and it went back to the owner and they said no. If I'm correct on that, I could be wrong, but my question, I guess we don't answer questions, but that should, I would think, be something up for discussion as whether or not it was the applicant was actually the owner or could legally speak for the owner. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Okay. Randall Palmer.
Good evening. My name is Randy Palmer, live at 14702 Shamrock Way. Next to me is my wife, Tanya Palmer. Both reside at the same residence right behind Geo's Outdoors. When it comes, I want to talk about planning and zoning. As far as the Fairview Crossing goes and the property that backs up to my property, planning was not planned. Everything was thrown up in a hurry. I still have damages to my property from years ago. I have photographic evidence from the day they started. I've taken videos, photos. And I have a creek in my backyard. I have the retaining wall from the Geo's parking lot sloughing down into my backyard. There were supposed to be water studies done. I told each and every one of you, maybe not this meeting, but another, that there will be a water issue in my backyard. Nobody heeded notice. Nobody. I went to the city 2 times to talk about these problems. Nothing was done except for a silt fence was put in at the bottom of the hill, diverting more water onto my property. Furthermore, with zoning, I have an issue with all of the kayaks and canoes that are sitting out in a field on the dirt. I also have a problem with zoning with a trailer sitting completely on dirt. A loaded trailer with canoes, kayaks. There's another trailer that is parked on gravel out in this bare lot. I personally asked Damien if he would remove these.
I have to stop here. Do you have any comments or
It is.
testimony related to this item that's on the agenda, the rezoning of Second Creek Bridge?
It is a
Okay,
comment.
and let's try to keep personal attacks and things like that out of it. Let's just,
Not an attack.
okay.
They're facts. I actually called Damien, asked him if he would remove this and take care of the situation. A simple answer of it's not against the.
Okay, I'm not hearing anything related to this
Okay,
particular
I'll go
issue.
ahead and tell you what needs to be said then. If you're here because of the zoning and planning, be careful because they do not respect your properties. All they care about is the money that comes in.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that. We're done. We're done with that because that was. Thank you. Do we have any more public comment?
Unless anyone on Zoom would like to speak.
I would,
Roberta, we can't hear you.
oh, no. Okay, well,
Nope.
I can't get it.
Still no volume, Roberta.
I know. Can you hear me now?
Let's see her. Yeah, it's getting transcribed.
Can you read what I'm
Anything
saying?
on our end that we need to uncheck?
No.
What do I do to iOS
They
systems?
say that they
Her
can
out
hear
there,
her,
we
but
can't hear her in here.
our audios.
I'm not sure what is going on. It shows that I have it.
I think, is there like a list of the video and you can like right click something to,
Did you say video?
yeah, I don't know if you click her videos or something on there.
Video settings.
Can you hear me? No.
Maybe you can log in and then see if I can
Yeah.
play it. Okay, let's try that.
Okay. Mm-mm. We can hear her. You can hear me? Tab here to chat.
Got a comment.
What's the passcode for this?
Everybody outside of this room can hear.
It's on the agenda. Do you have the agenda?
Oh. There we go. Didn't do it first time.
Recording in progress.
All right, Roberta, do you want to try again here?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, here I go. I have a couple questions and one comment. I know I spoke to Jack briefly. What is the difference between AR and R1? Is it strictly the size of the plat?
The zoning is of AR relates to the uses that are allowed, and it's considered agricultural versus residential, even though it allows residential.
So the houses would be, or dwelling would be single family, correct?
Yes, you can only have single family in ag, any ag district or any R1 district. You can only have single family.
Okay. All right, and then I just want to say that I am excited about 3 10-acre plats, and so are the neighbors for the most part. So that'll be good as long as we proceed and go down the road with the single family homes, because the lawsuit settlement included that verbiage. And that was part of the agreement, that the deed that will be to the seller, and I know that doesn't involve you all at this point, but I just want you to be aware, is to have the wording that it is single family homes. So I thank you all for your time, and thank you for helping me out.
Thank you, Roberta. All right, we'll go ahead, this time we'll go ahead and close that public hearing. Next item is to rezone Second Creek and Loman Road from R1B to AR. Do I have a motion to approve that?
So moved. Second.
All right, Jack, we have any additional commentary on this?
No, you have the proposed findings of fact and the staff report associated with that. This is returning it to nearly what it was when it was one large tract and it was ag A1. So the uses are appropriate for the area.
Anyone have any further discussion? Is there any more public comment? I mean,
Yeah,
Well,
it's settled
Yeah, it's
sometime
settled.
ago.
Number 5 is not a public hearing, I guess. I mean, you.
No
Go
idea.
with
We're
there.
not a party. The city's not a
Yeah, it
party to
was
the
a
lawsuit.
Sealed lawsuit.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you. The city is not a party to the lawsuit. We have no understanding what it's about, nothing. That would be a better question for your lawyer.
Christine does want to come up and speak too.
Okay.
Hi, Christine Bunch, 402 Fourth Terrace. So we first had this land come to you, and you guys are volunteers, so I do not think you guys are told thank you enough. This is tough for everybody. You guys sit in these seats, you hear me on social media. I'm sorry, this is my opinion. We have to figure out a way to work together. What you're starting to hear are complaints from citizens after the fact of these zoning decisions you guys are making. This is just the start. People are going to be angry when they see some people you know, seeing what's happened in other divisions. So this land was first agricultural, then you guys rezoned it single family, multifamily. Then there was a lawsuit, which made you guys go back to what? Single family. Now you guys are about ready to go to agriculture, which allows single family homes and a whole slew of things. AR has animal husbandry, slaughtery farms, event centers, like a whole slew of things. That's not just single family homes. So you have to ask yourself, why are you guys gonna go ahead and allow this? You just heard from the plaintiff in the lawsuit, and it will be on the title at the close of escrow with all 3 parcels from the current owner to the new owners. You heard that. She's telling you exactly what's gonna happen. So you guys have a decision. On the seller's disclosure, Jamie Pryor lists A1, or she lists AR, R1, and R3 for lot 2. That's public information. You guys can go look at the seller's disclosure. There are intentions to go back to multifamily. There will come a time when the city of Smithville will be involved. And you guys will be negligent because you've been told, and if you guys remember Doug Wilson standing up here, the attorney that told you guys at the alderman meeting, who was present, he said it's not if there's going to be a lawsuit, it says when. And he followed through with that, and you just heard from the plaintiffs. So please consider the residents. We care. I feel like crying sometimes when I hear some of these stories. I have so much empathy for our town, and I just hope you guys can start having a little bit more empathy. Please. Thank you.
No further comment? Okay, let's vote.
Okay, Billy,
Aye.
Chevalier,
Aye.
Alderman Wilson. Aye. Rob,
Aye.
Wallace,
Aye.
Terry,
Aye.
Mayor Boley,
Aye.
7-0.
This will be going to the Board of Aldermen for a first reading at the next meeting, 7 PM. Next week, actually, I guess.
Thursday.
Next Thursday. Sorry, good point.
Thursday.
Instead of being next Tuesday, it will be next Thursday, a week from this coming Thursday.
All right, next item will be the next public hearing. I will go ahead and open the public hearing to discuss the proposed single-phase final plat for Mossy Oaks subdivision to create 3 lots. Jack, you want to start off with this one?
Yes, as mentioned in the previous public hearing, you received a staff report that discusses the decisions that need to be made. We would offer that as evidence in the public hearing portion so that you have it for consideration at the next portion. It's 3 10-acre, roughly 10-acre lots, all with sufficient frontage. It meets all of our minimum standards for AR districts. That's all I have.
I just have one card for Tanya Palmer.
Tanya Palmer, 14702 Shamrock Way. 20-some years ago, we moved to Smithville. We moved here after looking for 3 years in this city and the subdivision of Hills to Shannon. We moved to Smithville because it's clean, it's quiet, and it's an up-and-coming city at the time, and still is very much so today. Has grown a lot. Our property value is not going to be the same if we decided to sell our house tomorrow because of the trash that is on the outside of our privacy fence that is directly related to the geos.
Okay.
Storefront there.
Tanya,
What
right
I'm
now,
here to say today to everyone is when this planning and zoning is going on, you're gonna hear things that they want you to hear, you're gonna hear things that they're gonna do, and there's gonna be things that they're not gonna do, and they're not gonna keep their word. And they put their strip mall literally 175 to 100 feet from our privacy fence.
all right, Tanya, I've got to give you one more warning. We need to talk about this specific
This
issue
is
only.
what's
You're
happening.
talking about the
This
division,
is
this,
what's
that's,
happening. You're doing this planning and zoning, but yet we're not keeping up with, out of all people in this town, the mayor. He is out there saying how clean Smithville is and how we take pride in Smithville. He's not taking pride in Smithville when he's putting his trash and bicycles and kayaks all out in that field. That doesn't even belong to him or his, it doesn't belong to him at all. So why does he get special privileges to put his stuff out
Okay,
there when no
we're,
one else
okay, we're gonna have to
does?
stop this because I've asked you multiple times to keep this about this particular,
am.
Mossy, you're not, you're talking about another location.
Another
we're done.
place. Do not agree
We're
with
done,
that.
we're done, please, we're done, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, does anyone else have any?
Not unless
Okay.
Roberto wants to try and speak again.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, we'll go ahead and close that public hearing. Next item will be to discuss the single phase final plat for Mossy Oaks subdivision. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All right, Jack, anything else?
Again, you've got the staff report. The final plat version was provided today by their surveyor. It has all of the stuff that was in the staff report taken care of. So everything is appropriate at this point.
More public comment?
Not that I'm aware of.
Any commissioners want to speak? All right, let's vote.
Okay. Wallace,
Aye.
Rob,
Aye.
Alderman Wilson,
Aye.
Chevalier,
Aye.
Billy,
Aye.
Mayor Boley,
Aye.
Terry,
Aye.
7-0.
This item will not be on next week's agenda at the board level. It has to be following the second reading that's approved of the ordinance in the previous matter. So assuming that gets approved in first and second reading, this will be a resolution following that. So it's going to be in the 4th, I think it's the 4th of March or something like that. We'll get you more of that information following next Thursday's meeting.
All righty, moving on to next item is the site plan review for lot 12 First Park, 14901 North Industrial Drive. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Jack, you have anything to add for this one?
We did get updated sheets that are in your packet now on the colorized versions on your desk. We had conditions on it related to the stucco look on the lower. It's not really wainscoting, but similar to wainscoting, it's about 8 foot high. The bottom half that's gray. The street sides needed to have that versus the ribbed. And they've changed it to that. And in fact, they added a third wall. They only needed it on the south wall and the west wall. They've also put it on the east wall of exterior walls that faces the traffic coming in on Park. So they have met all of the original conditions in the staff report that staff recommended for approval. They had to meet certain conditions. They've met those. So staff's recommendation is full approval. If you have any other questions related to the other items associated with it, landscaping, buffering, any of that, it's all in your packet as well.
Jack, I have a question.
Yes.
On the agenda, it says 6,000 square feet. And in the application for the site plan approval, the staff report, it's 7,200. What's the difference?
There's a second story inside of the office,
Okay,
so it picks up the extra footage.
okay, thank you.
I believe that's the scenario.
Any public comment?
And I can't see, the pictures are too small to do the math again.
All right, any other discussion?
I'm sorry, did we say this was an existing building?
No,
So it was it was an existing approved plan that he's,
No. In his original application,
okay,
his original application didn't have the right materials on on the base level.
okay. So this is the second.
Yes, he's,
submittal.
yep, he submitted those after staff report when we provided comments to them.
Okay.
That those are the only conditions that we would have for recommending to you approval, that they make adjustments, and they went over what we recommended. They went further.
Thank you.
All right, let's vote.
Okay, Mayor Boley,
Yes.
Terry,
Aye.
Wallace,
Aye.
Rob,
Aye.
Billy.
Aye.
Chevalier.
Aye.
Alderman Wilson,
Aye.
7-0.
This will be on next Thursday's board meeting for a resolution for approval, recommendation of approval from this commission. And I lost my voice.
All right, final item for tonight is the adjournment. I have a motion.
Who was
Second.
that? Billy?
Billy.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? We're adjourned.
Yeah, we did it. We got it. So we made, found the front piece for